Namaste students. Today I am going to discuss about the topic microorganisms of the fresh water. Like all ecosystem, freshwater ecosystem require energy inputs to sustain the organism within lakes and streams. Plants and also certain microbes conduct photosynthesis to harvest the sun's energy. Microbial photosynthesizers include protists and cyanobacteria. Other protists and animals feed on these organisms, forming the next link to the food chain. So a food chain is created in the freshwater environment. Plant matter from the lands also enters lakes and streams at their edges, providing an important nutrient source of many water bodies. Decomposers form an especially important part of freshwater ecosystem because they consume food, dead bodies of plant, animals, and other microbes. These microbial agents of decay are an important part of the ecosystem because they convert the debris and organic matters into needed nutrients such as nitrate, phosphate, sulfate. Decomposers and other microbes are thus essential to the major geochemical cycles by which nutrients are exchanged between the various parts of the ecosystem, both living and non-living. Without microbial decomposers, mineral and nutrients critical to plant and animal growth would be made available to support other levels of the freshwater food chain. Aerobes and anaerobes. Aerobic decomposer in water need oxygen to survive and do their work. The lapping waves and bubbling brook had increased the level of the dissolved oxygen that is crucial to so many creatures in lake and stream ecosystem, none more so than the bacteria. If there is not enough oxygen in the water, many parts of the ecosystem suffer. The aerobic decomposers can digest plant matter, insect cannot develop and mature, and the fish cannot play their part where browsing for small food particles or eating other fish. Eventually, the stream or pond will be starting at the microbial level. Human interaction can jeopardize parts of this system in a variety of ways. Uh, One principal way is through the runoff of fertilizer or sewage into a water body. Both contain nutrients and that plants, algae, and cyanobacteria can use to grow, and excessive nutrients amounts can lead to very rapid growth. Interconnected sequence of physical, biological, and chemical events may eventually deplete the water's dissolved oxygen supply. Microbes and human health. Fresh water is host to the numerous microbes that affect human health directly. Polluted drinking water is a major source of the illness. So there are different types of microorganisms will be available in the drinking water. If they are present in the water, they will cause different kinds of disease to the humans. Most infections derived this way cause diarrhea, abdominal cramping, and potentially more serious symptoms, including fever, vomiting, and intestinal bleeding. Some common microbes in lakes and streams that are responsible for disease include protists, Giardia lamblia, which is found in the freshwater bodies throughout the world. Giardia infection is common waterborne illness in the United States. The bacterium Vibrio cholerae, while rare in the United States, remains a significant source of disease and death in the countries without advanced sewage treatment and with no portable water supplies. The bacterium E. coli, a very common waterborne pollutant, humans have a large and harmless population of E. coli in the lower large intestines, and bacteria make up a large fraction of the volume of the human feces. When it's released into the drinking water or rectangle water sources, E. coli can be ingested, and the upper small intestine causing diarrhea. Other fecal bacteria, also known as the coliform bacteria, causes similar symptoms. The level of fecal coliform bacteria in pools, ponds, and other water bodies is frequently measured during the summer months to assess the safety of the reaction in the fresh water. So this is all about the fresh water microorganism. So our lecture is over here. Thank you very much.